Hi, my name is James Newman. In this video, we're going to go over the throughput time search component and attribute search functions. These are really useful for keying in on particular throughput cycle time delays, the distribution of them, finding outliers, and things like that. So we're here in our claims data set, and this is a component, so I'm in a new sheet. I'm going to go to component. So first is the throughput time search component. This is in the process analysis components next to the explorers and then the activity explorer. So I'm going to click this in here. You're going to see a couple things. It looks very similar to a histogram chart if you've watched that video, with some additions. So you have the bar chart here and the distribution, number of cases, and then it splits it up into buckets. Right now it's bucketing in 4-day increments. And then you have the other section that goes up in this situation to 117 days. And then you have these filter kind of insert buttons at the top here. So median throughput time has a little blue box around it, days has a blue box, and then the process start to process end. So I'm going to go in there and click on them. So if you click on the top one, you can select from average, trim mean, maximum, minimum. You're going to leave it on median right now. And then you can switch this to days, hours, minutes, seconds, kind of like you can in the Process Explorer or Variant Explorer. So I'm going to put that on hours. I see the distribution change. You get another bump of a mode there at 184 to 276 hours. And then process start processing. This is where it starts to get really interesting. You can choose the two activities to compare between. So let's say from assignment, the first occurrence of an assignment to when an alert was closed. Last occurrence, done. So now it's going to show us the distribution between those two activities. And this is a lot longer, right? So these alert lifetimes are a lot longer than the median throughput time. And this could be because it's an alert instead of a claim. It could be other situations, but that's where you can start drilling in and finding out the root cause. But right away you get some kind of idea. Okay, this has a longer tail than the general population, a different mode that's kind of later on in the cycle time, things like that. So that can be really useful. You can also switch it up and say, maybe I want from the first assignment to the last assignment. How long between those situations? And this time it doesn't work because there's no cases assigned multiple times. But I digress. So we'll show maybe alert promoted to case. How about that? So this is from when alert assigned to an investigator all the way up to when an alert was promoted to a case. And so this can be really handy as well for saying, okay, you have this section of the process that you want to time, and then this section of the process you want to time. You can kind of get a quick sense for that here. So the next part I want to show you takes this just a little bit step further. I forgot one thing. This button up here in the top right, you can crop the whole cases just between these two activities you selected. So then everything will be filtered down to that. So that's kind of a nice thing too, where if you're looking and you find one that's really interesting, you want to drill down more, you can crop it. And then if we were to add in maybe a Process Explorer, real quick here, just cover that up. I'm going to delete it in a second. But then you can see everything that happens in between those two. So a small subset was actually closed by the investigator before it got promoted to a case. So that's kind of a nice little way to see and drill down into the process a little more. Kind of like that, the attribute selection, you have this throughput time selection. So this is very similar to the component itself, but maybe if you are just doing more of analysis or a quick drill down, you can use this instead. So process start to, let's say, maybe how long it takes to get to a director review. This is the distribution. It shows you how many cases follow that. So this happens to be 26,000. All of them go through director review. And then you can start filtering and, okay, I just want to show cases that are 30 or more days between process start and director review, confirm that, and now we're just filtered down onto those 5% of cases that take that long. So now you can see everything filtered down to that. and it can be really nice to do a quick change, and then you can just click on that, and be able to say, oh, I really meant to show that in minutes, or I really wanted to see how long it is to case closure, or something like that. So things like that can be really useful, and it's more of a quick diagnostic tool, something that we'll do first week or 2 weeks and after getting the data, something to kind of see, okay, here's the landscape of the process, here's how long things are taking. Or if we're looking at the Process Explorer and we see one link that's a lot longer than the others, we'll throw it in here and say, okay, well, why is that? Let's look at that. So that's 2 ways that it can be really helpful. Yeah, I hope this video kind of showed you how to use the throughput search well. Have a great day, and we'll see you in another video.